And continuing our coverage of COVID-19 and its impacts here in Missouri, we're joined live by Boone County Commissioner Fred Parry tonight to give us an update on the county's efforts. Commissioner, thanks for joining us tonight.
My pleasure. Great to be here.
A lot of news to get to. And of course, the biggest one comes from the governor's daily press conference this afternoon, where he says Missouri will be at stay-at-home order until at least or through May 3rd. What is your thought on that? Do you think that's long enough?
I think it's about right. You know, the governor always has the option to extend the stay-at-home order if he sees an unusual number of breakout in cases leading up to May 4th. But I think that he has the option. We have decided to reopen county government on May 4th as well. So our timing seemed to be pretty in sync. We know that Kansas City, of course, has decided to wait until May 15th. And St. Louis is waiting until, indefinitely. So they're keeping their options wide open. But that sounds about right to me. Sure.
And you mentioned that the county itself is also going to start that plan too. What is that going to look like on May 4th? What have those conversations been like?
Sure. Our plans are to basically, as employees return to work, we're going to take their temperature the minute they walk in the door in the morning. We're going to have hand sanitation stations around the county government center. We're going to have social distancing set up. We're going to have employees who have contact with customers wearing face masks. So we're going to go out of our way to make sure that our county employees and our customers are safe and that we're practicing the highest standards of health hygiene during this crisis.
And have you, the county leaders, have been in contact with the governor in regards to sort of this reopening phase coming in May?
Yeah, you know, we participate. We watch the press conferences every day at 3 o'clock, and that's the best way for us to get information from the governor at this point. So we are trying to make sure that our plans don't conflict against the governor's. But I think that the governor made it very clear early on that it was up to the local leaders to make decisions about the standards that they set for their communities.
Sure, and as far as those social distancing guidelines and when we can see, you know, more people gather in a place, what is that looking like here as far as a possible date, or what's that plan like?
Well, we have a meeting tomorrow to talk with business leaders and the health department, and I think we'll learn a lot from that meeting. I think that the health director is going to err on the side of being cautious and not sending people back to work or opening businesses too soon. She's likely to pursue some type of phased option that businesses who are willing to comply with certain health standards and put certain precautions in place, those businesses will get to open first, but that'll ultimately be her decision.
Okay. And, you know, another notable thing that the governor said today was that he believes that Missouri is going to start to see a leveling off when it comes to these new cases. Is that something that we're starting to see here in Boone County? It looks like we were almost seeing a little bit of an increase in additional cases.
Yeah, you know, we've had 7 new cases in the last 3 days, and so, or 8 new cases, and so we are expecting for there to be increases all the way through April 28th. And so we will not be surprised to see 3 or 4 new cases every day through the end of the month. And then we'll start to see things taper off. Cases will go back down to 2 or 3 cases a day, we think, based on the modeling that we're watching. And we're not expected to see 100% of the cases gone until the middle of June here in Boone County.
And do you see there possibly any more added restrictions on top of the ones that we already have here in Boone County?
I don't anticipate that. I think most people have done a very good job of complying with the health regulations that are in place here. And I think that has certainly helped reduce the spread of COVID in our community. So I can't imagine that there would be additional restrictions, but I think we have to just keep reminding ourselves that we have a couple more weeks of this. We need to stay home. We need to follow the health department's guidelines. We need to wash our hands. We need to wear a mask when we go to grocery stores and other places. And respect social distancing. And so if we can just follow those rules for a couple more weeks, I think we're going to see this thing taper off.
All right. Thank you so much, Commissioner Parry. And we will actually be back live here with him tonight at 6 as well.
Thank you.